Welcome to Niagara College's Motive Power Program Information Session. My name is Wayne Toth. I'm the coordinator of the Motive Power Programs. My contact information is up there, so if you need to get in contact with me, my number is there, also my cell phone number there, and also by email at wtoth@niagaracollege.ca. We are located in the Welland campus and in the Rankin Technology Building. So this is the main entrance coming in from parking lot D. Common area when you first come into the Rankin building. There's the technology displays that we have on site there. And then that takes you right into the hallway that leads directly to the automotive shop. Now, just I want to take a little bit of time to explain some of the programs within the automotive. We have the Motive Power Apprenticeship Co-op program. It is a 2-year post-secondary program, and in this program, you'll when you do graduate, you'll get a 2-year college diploma. Plus, you'll also get your apprenticeship level 1, 2, and 3 in-school training all completed also. So it works out very well. With the 2-year program, you've got that extra time that we can spend with you in the labs. So it's a very good program. You leave feeling very confident that you can enter the workforce. It is a co-op program. So you're in school for 2 semesters and then you're off to co-op for 1 full semester. And then on completion of your co-op term, then you're back for 2 more semesters to complete your 2-year program. The co-op is a paid co-op. We have very, very good placement rates. We have a lot of good partnerships formed with a lot of local industry, dealers, shop owners, and not only just in the Niagara region. We've got good placement success with right across Canada. We work closely with a lot of large corporation companies that own multiple dealerships. We work directly with the manufacturers like BMW Canada, for example, that we have that situation where we can place students anywhere they desire, where they might want to work full time when they graduate. So our co-op works out very well. Now, it's basically a blend when we talk about a co-op diploma program. It's a blend of traditional college post-secondary programs with also the Ministry of Apprenticeship curriculum. We are mandated to make sure we cover all of the 3 levels of AST. It's called 310S, Red Seal automotive training, and we make sure we cover all that information plus a lot more within our co-op program. And again, there's 4 semesters, like I just mentioned. To get the Niagara College diploma, 2-year diploma, we also incorporate in there a math, English, and electives in the 2-year program also. The nice thing with the math and English is we really revamped the curriculum that directly relates those courses to automotive. So the students really enjoy that part of the courses. The first semester between first year and second year, and like I mentioned earlier, then there's a co-op placement there too. Now, just a little bit on the automotive service technician itself. It is a trade course, a trade code 310S. If you're not completely familiar with how the automotive service technician programs work in Canada with the apprenticeship, there's some really good information on the apprenticeship website or the OCOT website on Ontario College of Trades, where you can really get some good information in there on how apprenticeship works. Now, with this being a Red Seal trade, what that's referring to is you register as an apprentice, you get a job at a facility, an automotive shop or dealer, and they register you as an apprentice, and then you fulfill your duties on the job to get some training. But your schooling is all done, all 3 levels are done in the 2-year co-op program. And with the automotive trade and the automotive red seal, it is a restricted trade. So you must be a licensed technician or a registered apprentice to work in the trade. So what that's referring to is with the shops, if you become an apprentice, you're also signed into the Ontario College of Trades. So in the event that you're working in a shop and there happens to be someone come in from the ministry, they're going to be checking to see if you are a registered apprentice. So this is important. So now a little bit of look at the shop itself. We are very, very proud of our facility. We've done a lot of upgrading, both in the shop itself with equipment, vehicles, and also the curriculum in the program too. So again, like I said, we're very proud of our facility. Entrance to the main shop coming in from the hallway in the Rankin building. You come into the facility, the vehicles are all set up. We've got staging areas, so when you do come in, you're working directly with your professor. So there might be multiple labs going on at the same time, but it's separated so that you're not in the way of other courses that are running. The layout of the shop, very neat, very organized, very clean. And we create that environment so it's a very good learning and working environment for the student, and it really helps prepare them when they do get out into the workforce in the automotive trade. One side of the shop, we've got our diagnostic bays all set up. Each one of the bays has its own PC workstation, and it's laid out very well. The other side of the shop is our hoist area. So we have 7 above ground hoists in total in the main shop area. And then we also have drive-on hoists in our suspension lab, and also hoists in our new green technology building also. Just a couple of different areas off of the main shop area. We have the electrical lab. That's all set up. You're in there a few times throughout the 2-year program, and you will be gaining lots of experience on the electrical circuits of the vehicles. So we've got that set up very, very nicely. We have a lot of electrical training aids that really help you understand how the electrical circuits work. These whiteboards that are on the shelf there, they're taken to the bench, and it's each individual electrical circuits on the vehicles. So you've got your wiper circuits, your door lock systems, your radio systems. So the student gets a really good understanding of how each electrical circuit works, and the professor can actually create bugs or problems in these circuits, and then the student has to diagnose the problems and come up with the solutions to repair them. Engine lab, so another off of the main shop area. So in the engine lab, you're actually in there twice in your 2-year program. Right, very first semester, right off the bat, you're in there doing an engine rebuild. So you work with a partner and you basically have your own engine. You take right apart, completely rebuild that engine back together, and then it's put into a run stand, started up, checked for noises, oil leaks. So that's a very exciting part of the course when the students get those engines back together, start them up, and it creates a lot of excitement. They're usually videotaping it to put it on Facebook, etc. So it creates a lot of fun for them. And again, just another picture of the engine lab where you can see there's 2 students working there, putting their engine back together, and both male and female opportunities. We have more and more females getting into the program, and we're getting a lot of interest from dealerships, from shops that definitely want to see more females getting into the program. So over the last 5-6 years, we've had some females graduate from the Motive Power program and get some very good job placements, full-time job opportunities out in the trade. So, and they're doing well. And again, more pictures of the engine lab, students working on their engines and getting them learning as they're going and then getting them back together and running. Equipment. And we're very proud of our engines lab. If you look at other automotive programs at other colleges, you'll see that we definitely get a lot more involved. It's not just simply taking an engine apart, identifying the parts. We disassemble an engine, we completely rebuild that engine. So we've got all the equipment in there as a complete engine rebuilding shop would have at their facilities. We also have a steering suspension lab that's off the main lab, and this houses two drive-on hoists and alignment equipment. And what we do with all of our equipment, we've been very fortunate that we've kept updated with the latest and greatest equipment that is out there. And we look at what shops, what types of equipment the shops are using, and we purchase the same type of equipment. That way, when our student graduates the program, they are very in tune and very proficient at using the different types of equipment. So the shop owners don't have to spend a lot of time completely training the student or the graduate or the apprentice that they hire to go through the learning process of the equipment. We have a tire area, and again, this has just been relocated just the last month, and it's now part of the steering suspension lab too. So we've set that up so it all kind of flows nicely. So while you are learning about the suspension on the vehicles, you're also learning about proper tire servicing, tire repair, tire balancing, etc. We have a transmission lab that's off the main lab area or the main shop area, and very clean environment. The students are in the transmission lab 3 courses throughout the 2 years. First course is manual transmissions. The second course is automatic transmissions, and the third course is diagnostics and electronics related to transmission servicing. So works out very well. And in the transmission lab area, we actually have a transmission dyno. So this is, we're very excited about this piece of equipment. We've had it now for multiple years. And what this does is it takes the transmission service and overhauling to the next level. When the student rebuilds a transmission, the transmission is then put on this dyno and it's tested. It simulates a heavy load as if you're, pulling a big trailer up a real steep hill. So it puts a lot of load on the transmission. And there's a software in the computer system on this that it will actually grade the student on how that transmission is operating. So it goes through the different shift points, it checks pressures, and if there is a problem, now the student has that opportunity to now take that transmission apart, find out what went wrong, repair it, and then back on the dyno to be retested again. And this really lengthens the life longevity of our transmissions. Once that transmission's back tested, now it's put into a storage system, and then it's ready to go for the next group of students when they get into that program or in that course. This is the outside view of our addition that we put on the building a couple years ago. This is what we call the Green Automotive Technology Lab. It is attached, separate entrances from outside, but it's also attached to the back end of our automotive shop area, the main shop area. We're very proud of this new addition to the automotive program. We are one of the few colleges across Canada that did receive funding from the government, from the Ontario government, to build this facility. So we're very proud. We're able to teach the students in the program the newest, latest technology. So we cover electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, alternate fuels. So this is all covered in this part of the facility. And you can see in front there, we've got a couple electric vehicles. There's a smart car and also a Nissan Leaf. And there's charging stations in the parking lot too. Since this picture was taken, we've added another charging system in the empty spot there. And that is completely off the grid. So what we've got with that is solar panels that are charging battery packs in a sea container, and then the battery packs are distributing the power through the charging station. So an electric vehicle can plug into it, and it's being charged right completely off the electrical grid. So it's just one more feature that we've added to for the sustainability of the new technology. Inside views of the shop, the Green Tech building. Again, we've got electric charging stations outside plus inside the shop area. So this is one of our students getting ready to plug in an electric vehicle, one of the smart cars. And we've also got, in total, we've got 7 vehicles in the fleet that are all new technology. So they're either electric vehicles or hybrid vehicles. So this, the 2 students are standing in front is a Yukon, which is a hybrid. So it's a gas and electric powered vehicle. And again, a Leaf, Nissan Leaf. And then also charging stations. So in the main shop area, we have a charging station set up there, plus the ones outside and the one inside the Green Tech building. So just to kind of add to that, we're very proud of the curriculum that we cover. There's a new course that is basically called Trends in Automotive Technology, and that's where we really get into this new technology. So we start right from variable valve timing and the new technology in gasoline engines, all the way through to hybrids, electric vehicles. We cover information on fuel cell, hydrogen-powered vehicles. We get right into overhauling batteries, high voltage battery packs too. So we have multiple Prius hybrid batteries, and we have the students actually dismantle them, test the individual cells, and we've got replacement cells. So instead of the customer having to replace a $5, $6, $7,000 high voltage battery, we are training the students to be able to rebuild the batteries also. So this is all part of the new technology. And again, like I mentioned, we have multiple hybrids and electric vehicles. Very organized on our tools. We have a tool crib area. We have full-time technologists working, and we also hire part-time students. So that it works into their timetables when they're not actually in class. They could be helping out. We usually hire 3 to 4 students each semester that can work in the tool crib, help organize the shop. So when you come into your lab with your professor, your area is all set up, your vehicles are ready to go. You go to the tool crib area, you sign out your keys for your toolboxes, your car keys, and you're ready to go. So very organized as far as the equipment, the inventory process. So again, very professional the way that we do things there. And again, to add to that, the students obviously come into the lab areas in full safety gear. We supply uniforms to the students. And again, it just helps raise the professionalism. And they carry this right out when they go out into their co-op term or when they do graduate and get a full-time position. They look very presentable. They look very professional. And this goes a long ways. Shop owners really like what we do with the professionalism. Lots of diagnostic training. So again, you can see 2 students here working on a engine run stand, we call them. And these run stands, we can actually program problems into these. And now the students would go to do their labs with their diagnostic information and the diagnostic tools, the equipment that we have, and they will decide or determine what is the problem with it. So the diagnostic side of it, and that's really when I hear from shop owners looking to hire our students when they graduate or for co-op, they are very interested in thinking skills and the diagnostic skills that we instill in our students. So they are able to go into the workforce and do a good job. Also, a big thing now with the shops and the trades is vehicle maintenance. Cars are definitely being built better today compared to 20 years ago. So the breakdown of parts is less. So really the big focus now where you're going to see a lot of the dealers and shops is on the maintenance schedules of the vehicles. So when a customer brings their vehicle into the shop, there's a lot of maintenance requirements to be done on the vehicle. So we take our students through pretty intense vehicle maintenance procedures on all the different service opportunities as far as oil changes, flushing, etc. We have a state-of-the-art air quality system in the shop with you can see them, the red pull-down exhaust hoses. They're on reels, so they're pulled down. They're attached to the exhaust systems on the vehicles. And if in the event that a hose does happen to fall off, there's really good CO monitoring systems in the shop, and it automatically turns on an air quality system. So it's a very, very clean and emission-free environment that the students are working in every day. Each station, like I mentioned earlier, we have 16 PC workstations that are set up throughout the shop areas. And these are all accessible through the student password and ID. And we have these all set up with the latest technical information software. And we monitor what the shops are using out in the trades, and we make sure that the students are very comfortable with migrating through the software that the shops use. Many engine run stands. There's a company called Console Lab that supplies us with this equipment. So we have many of these different manufacturers type engines in these stands. And again, like I mentioned earlier, they are programmable, so we can create the problems, and the students will have to diagnose. We have many partnerships, and we're very proud of the companies and the manufacturers that we are involved with. And this is just a list of some of them that I wanted to just briefly touch with you. TADA, Trillium Automotive Dealers Association, they represent a lot of dealerships across Ontario. They also have a scholarship bursary with us that every semester a student can apply for the TADA bursary. And we also have a working relationship with BMW Canada. We're very proud of that. They actually look at our students. They come down, they'll do mini interviews, and they'll look at possible placements at BMW dealerships across Canada. We also have a very, very good working partnership with General Motors of Canada. GM has been very good with donations to us over the years, and also scholarships too. So we're very proud of our partnership with General Motors of Canada. Also Ford Canada. Ford has been very good with us. They've donated some vehicles, and we also have it's actually very good. It's a Ford ACE program. And what that is it's online module training that our students can do. And these modules, as the students complete these online through Ford, it's similar training to what the Ford technicians get. And the student can get a certificate on completion of these modules. And it really, really helps to put into their portfolio when they are out looking for jobs when they graduate. And the Ford dealers really recognize that the students have not only graduated the program, but have gone even above and beyond to get some Ford factory training too, and add it to their portfolio. We also have a very good working relationship with the Performance Auto Group and also the FAP Auto Group. And we're adding more and more of these large dealer conglomerates to our programs too. They have been very good. They attend our job fairs, and they constantly hire co-op students and our grads. And over the years, we've Had some grads that have been or still working at these corporations, and the feedback from the corporations are very good. That they're very interested, very excited about our students that graduate our programs. And again, just like I mentioned earlier, our partnerships with some of the manufacturers, some of the extracurriculum activities that we do throughout the years. We try to do car shows. We've done a few car shows over the last few years. Hopefully, we will continue to do the car shows. They've turned out very well. There's been a few car shows that we've had at least 200 classic cars and hot rods that have participated, and it just creates some excitement for the students to be involved in this. We also go to side trips to basically different activities or events. We've been to the Toronto Auto Show many times over the years. Students really enjoy this. They get to really see the new technology that's coming out, and it really kind of relates to what we're covering in the new trends courses too that we teach at the college in the program. A few projects too. We have a race car project that the students were very involved in. We took an old vintage type race car and completely went over it. We built an engine, transmission, driveline for it, and the students had a lot of really exciting times with this project. And then we use it for promotion. We take it out to different events, and it's even been out to some of the speedways too. So it's another project that has created a lot of buzz for the students. And then another side trip that we've done a few times is to Legendary Motor Cars, and it's in Milton. So we've taken students up there on a school trip, and they really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful facility. If you've never been there, it's worth a trip to go and see types of vehicles. And it's a restoration company, so they basically take old vehicles, completely restore them. And they sell them. At the time that we were there with this last group, they had about 60 vehicles that had been done, completely restored, and they had about 60 on the go in their automotive repair shop too. So it was a very exciting trip for the students to really go and see some of the old hot rods, and they can see how the technology has really changed over the years too. And the exciting thing about Legendary Motor Cars is Andrea, one of our students that graduated a few years back, she did her co-op at Legendary, and they were very excited with her. So they offered her a full-time position when she graduated, and she really enjoyed working at Legendary. She's now moved on to complete her apprenticeship, get her license as a 310S technician, and we've been very proud of Andrea, and what she's accomplished in our program. So. This is also some extra things that we get involved with. We work every year with the local DSBN board high school system, and also the Niagara Catholic School board. And our students actually set up and judge with the local high school students. And it's a great competition. There's two that run, one for the Catholic School Board and then one for the DSBN School Board. And it's a great 2-day event for both of these, and it creates a whole lot of excitement for our students too to be involved. Again, I mentioned donations back to General Motors. Again, they've been very good with multiple vehicles over the years. They've donated engines to us, and again, they also have scholarships for our students too. So we're very pleased to have this great working partnership with General Motors. And one of our students, Joe, and also Andrea, like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, she and Joe were recipients of the awards when they were finished, when they were graduating our program. And our graduates, convocation twice a year, and we were very proud of our students that graduate. It's really a great time for me too, as a professor and the coordinator. to see the students graduate, to be there when they walk across the stage, shake their hand, wish them the best in their career opportunities, and at times meet their parents too. So it's really an exciting time for us. I really look forward to seeing the graduates on Convocation Day. And that kind of wraps things up. And just to kind of complete things here, we have 3 intakes for Motive Power. We run a fall, we run a winter, and we run a spring intake. So if you are interested, please reach out either to recruiting, to myself, through the website address at the beginning of the program. Niagara College has a very good web page set up for our programs. So if you click onto Motive Power, there's lots of information in there. But please feel free to reach out to us at any time. And also to a tour. If there's a possibility you would like a tour of our facility, please reach out to recruiting or myself, and we would be glad to look after that for you. So thank you very much.